2015. And I'm thinking, well, what about 2015? Well, what about 2015? There was a baseball season in 2015. Not that anyone knew, but anyways, of course people knew. January 6th, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, John Smoltz, and Craig Biggio elected in the Hall of Fame. First time four were elected in the same year since 1955. Johnson, Martinez, and Smoltz got in on their first try, so there you go. Biggio was on his third. Anyways, April 10th, Boston 6, Yankees 5. A 19-inning game that took 6 hours and 49 minutes, in which Boston has squandered at least 3 one-run leads. There's also a 12-minute power outage. April 29th, Baltimore 8, Chicago 2, and first ever fanless game. Okay, there was some protests in Baltimore around Camden Yards that got violent. They had to postpone the first 2 games, and the third game, and they locked the doors and just let the players and the press in. That's it. Played this first time ever. There are no fans. Anyways, May 5th, Bartolo Colon of the Mets beats Baltimore 3-2. He has beaten Baltimore 7 different times. He has beaten Baltimore with 7 different teams. He got around, didn't he? Yes, he did. Anyways, June 5th, Pat Vendito makes debut with Oakland. Who? Oh, he's the first ambidextrous pitcher, meaning he throws with both hands. June 19th, Alex Rodriguez gets hit number 3,000. June 25th, Washington's starting pitchers set a team record for consecutive scoreless innings at 41 in the third innings. When they were in Montreal, they went a little over 39 innings. July 20th, first international women's baseball game is played in Canada, and it happens during the 2015 Pan Am Games. August 11th, all 15 home teams win for the first time ever. September 12th, David Ortiz hits home run 500. Standings: Toronto, for the first time since 1993, wins the American League East, 93-69. Yankees go 87-75, 6 back, and they take the wild card. Baltimore goes 81-81, 12 back. Tampa Bay goes 80-82, 13 back. Boston goes 78-84, 15 back. Okay, Kansas City goes 95-67, they'll take the American League Central. Minnesota goes 83-79, 12 back. Cleveland goes 81-80, 13.5 back. Chicago goes 76-86, 19 back. Detroit goes 74-87, 20.5 back. Texas takes the American League West, 88-74. Houston goes 86-76, 2 back, and I believe they took the other wild card. Los Angeles Angels goes 85-75, 3 back. Seattle goes 76-86, 12 back. And Oakland goes 68-94, 20 back. Mets take the National League East, 90-72. Washington goes 83-79, 7 back. Miami goes 71-91, 19 back. Atlanta goes 67-95, 23 back. Philadelphia goes 63-99, 27 back. St. Louis takes the National League Central, 100 wins, 62 losses. Pittsburgh goes 98-64, 2 back, and takes the first wild card. Chicago is 97-65, 3 back, and takes the second wild card. So they're playing each other. Well, Yankees and Houston played in the American League, but we're going to get there. Milwaukee goes 68-94, 32 back. Cincinnati goes 64-98, 36 back. Dodgers take the National League West 92-70. San Francisco goes 84-78. Oh, they went 8 back. Arizona goes 79-83, 13 back. San Diego goes 74-88, 18 back. And Colorado goes 68-94, 24 back. As we get to the season stats. Miguel Cabrera of Detroit, 338 average. Led the major leagues. Chris Davis of Baltimore, 47 home runs. Led the majors. Josh Donaldson of Toronto, 123 RBIs. Led the American League. Dallas Keuchel of Houston, 20 wins. Led the American League. David Price split a season with Toronto and Detroit. 2.45 ERA. Led the American League. And Chris Sale, really. Chicago went through 274 strikeouts. Led the American League. D. Gordon of Miami, 333 average. Led the National League. Nolan Arenado of Colorado and Bryce Harper of Washington each had 42 home runs, tied for the National League lead. Nolan Arenado also had 130 RBIs, which led the majors. Jake Arrieta of Chicago, 22 wins, led the majors. Zach Greinke of the Dodgers, 1.66 ERA, obviously led the majors. And Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers had 301 strikeouts that led the majors. The one-game wild card. Houston beat the Yankees 3-0 and will face Kansas City. And Chicago beat Pittsburgh 4-0 and will face St. Louis. Speaking of Houston and Kansas City, the first division series. First game 1 in Kansas City, Houston wins 5-2. Game 2 in Kansas City wins 5-4. Houston wins game 3 at home 4-2. Kansas City wins game 4 in Houston 9-6. And Kansas City wins game 5 at home 7-2. So they're going to the American League Championship Series. But who do they face? It's Texas versus Toronto. Game 1 in Toronto, Texas wins 5-3. Game 2 in Toronto, Texas wins 6-4 in 10 innings. Toronto wins game 3 in Texas 5-1. And Toronto also wins game 4 in Texas 8-4. Game 5 in Toronto, the 7th inning. Started when the Toronto catcher tried to throw the ball back to the pitcher, and it hits the bat of the Texas batter, which becomes a live ball. Umpire called time, but there's a Texas runner on third who knew that, oh, that's a live ball, I'm going home. So which ended up counting, and the fans started losing their minds and throwing trash on the field. It's stupid anyways, stupid idiots. And the 7th inning ends with Jose Bautista's bat flip. Anybody who saw that bat flip after the home run knows what I'm talking about. Anybody who watched it knows what I'm talking about. Toronto ends up winning 6-3. And things might have got a little hostile after that bat flip. And I mean, I didn't personally see the game, but it's kind of a good thing because I wanted to keep my blood pressure low. Yeah, so it started with a rather innocent ball off the bat, and it ended with a bat flip. Those who know. National League Division Series, Chicago versus St. Louis. St. Louis wins game 1 at home, 4-0. Chicago wins game 2 in St. Louis, 6-3. Chicago wins game 3 at home, 8-6. And Chicago wins game 4 at home, 6-4. So they're going to the National League Championship Series. Well, who do they face? Well, let's find out. Mets versus the Dodgers. Mets win game 1 in LA, 3-1. Dodgers win game 2 at home, 5-2. Dodgers win in Mets beat the Dodgers 13-7 at home in Game 3. Dodgers win Game 4 in New York 3-1. And then Mets win Game 5 in LA 3-2. So we got the Cubs and the Mets, and we got the Jays and the Royals. We start in Kansas City for Game 1. And Kansas City beats Toronto 5-0. And Kansas City beats Toronto game at home 6-3 in Game 2. And Toronto wins Game 3 at home 11-8. Looking like a homer series, right? No, Kansas City wins Game 4 and Toronto 14-2. And Toronto wins Game 5 at home 7-1. And Kansas City wins Game 6 at home 4-3. Chicago versus New York. Mets win Game 1 at home 4-2. Mets win Game 2 at home 4-1. Mets win Game 3 in Chicago 5-2. And Mets win Game 4 in Chicago 8-3. Made that look easy. So, series starts in Kansas City, and the Royals win Game 1 5-4 in 14 innings. Kansas City wins Game 2 at home 7-1. Game 3 in New York, Mets win 9-3. Game 4 on Halloween night. It's fun watching baseball and handing out candy to the little ankle-biting trick-or-treaters. The little nutsy cuckoos. But Kansas City wins 5-3 in New York. That's Game 4. And Game 5, Kansas City wins 7-2 in New York in 12 innings. Kansas City Royals are the 2015 World Series champions. And that's their second ever World Series to boot. So tomorrow, 2016, and a little spoiler alert, there will be a drought that dies. But you have to watch tomorrow. And don't cheat. Until then, stay tuned.